Welcome back to a new casting game. Here in the north we have Jessieology playing as Jeanne d'Arc in the color red. And in the south we have Atlan playing as the Holy Roman Empire in the color teal. My name is Trui and with me today is Nim.
It's such a surprise. Oh, look at that. It's me.
It's you, yeah.
That never happens.
It never happens.
It's not like I'm almost just a regular part of this channel at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So
it's still called Trui gameplay.
It's
but
still, yeah, it's not Nim gameplay, is it? But you know what?
At this point it is almost Trui and Nim gameplay.
I'll settle for it though. It's fine. We are on Dry Arabia. These are two gold players. Jessie obviously has been casted on this channel like a number of times already.
And she's also an Age of Empires streamer, so if you guys want to check her out, we'll leave a link to her channel.
Streams are incredibly cool
in the description.
and chill, and we'll leave a link to her over there. Anyway, let's talk about this matchup, right? Because we've got Jeanne versus the HRE here. Let's take care not to lose that scout. Are we headed over to the deer already? We are.
It's gonna be quite dangerous with Jeanne coming.
Yeah, well, the reasoning here is that like you can do this now, right? Which is gonna delay you just a little bit right on that age up, as well as like you want to rally out the rest. Sorry. You want to rally out the rest of your villagers over to the sheep here, right? Instead of like also rallying them back here, because then you've got these villagers to build your landmark.
Ah, yes.
Right, and then these don't need to come back still until that first night is up.
So that's 6 minutes in, or is it a little later for Jeanne? Because for the French it's like 6 minutes, right, for the first night?
You can have them out pretty early. So typically Jeanne is a little less quick on it.
Where is she? She is hiding.
That one? I feel like there's one idol there. It's hard to see. Yeah. Okay, we had some idols, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Like
the sheep are so close by the town center that they're just
just like put them
right
underneath the foundations of the town center there.
Try clicking on that sheep now. That's
but we are gonna go up with the school of cavalry. It is on the way. 3 villagers. I think it's. I think she's going for a pretty fast early night, to be honest here. And that's okay, right? Like you don't need Jeanne up right away as a military unit, right? You can have that a little later. Like I feel like the night sometimes just like matters more than Jeanne. Like Jeanne will join in, and
especially against the Holy Roman Empire, because you want to like stop them from going Castle Age, right? So you need to be pretty quick in doing that, because the Holy Roman Empire is pretty quick in going Castle Age.
So, like as I said, like you leave these villagers over on the deer here, right? You go up with the with the Aachen Chapel with the villagers underneath the town center. Let's see, not a great Aachen Chapel, to be honest, though. Right, like
there's no gold with it.
I would have like
on the other side of the town center.
If you want wood, right, you can just have it over here, right, and then you can buff up the mining camp as well. I do believe, or at least the berries. Yeah. Right, because like you can just move these sheep over here.
Yeah, the other side of the town center, but that I guess it will be in the front, and that will be a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say the last thing that to consider is obviously like you will have your farms there as well, right? You will center them around. So, but you're gonna need to wall up anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably against Jeanne.
Which map is this? Dry
Arabia, I did say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
I did mention it. No, it's okay.
I did not pay attention to anything you said.
long hauling villagers here. We do have enough wood to place a lumber camp. I think she may just want to use it for an archer range. Is that first night in queue already?
Yeah.
It is. Okay, yeah, it should be, right? And then we can't quite see how much experience Jeanne has already, right? But probably, I'm going to assume we'll be going for that woman at arms instead of the archer, right? Because we're up against a jury. There's going to be lots of men at arms. The woman at arms just feels like a better fit. And then, okay, so...
Expecting that knight to come in.
Yeah,
so
just like
already...
just when we heard the knight being produced, Atlan is actually moving out his villages. So like he got a lot of this, right? So there are 7 deer per deer camp on large deer camps, and
5 of them gotten taken.
I think this one belongs to that deer camp as well.
4 then.
So 4 times 350. You do the math. I can't do that.
No, why would I do that?
Okay, we've got wheelbarrow coming in for
If you want to do math, you just ask Google.
I'm not sure why she's going for the outpost here, because you don't need an outpost right away if you're the one doing this. Okay, that's too much. Too greedy on that knight. If she's gonna lose that knight, she's gonna lose that knight.
Oh, it's getting a bit forward.
That is so close. But still, this knight is out of the running right now, right?
It needs to wait for like the healing to come in, and that's gonna take a while, so it's gonna need to wait.
Okay, imagine this instead, right? Because this is what she got out of this knight. Yeah? Imagine this. She had a knight that ran in here, right? And they had to retreat to their outpost. Now, you retreated the knight because you couldn't really get anything. And you charge it in again now. You're getting more eco damage in the sense of that these villagers are idle for far longer than you would otherwise have. And this is why I don't like the outpost either, right? If we had an archery range, we could harass this, right? With the archers.
Is there another? There's another knight on the wood line already. And also already getting like half health taken off.
Just losing a lot of health on those knights. So if we again, because like, here's the thing, right? The outpost, not necessary, because we have the knights. We have, I say we, I mean Jessie. We have the map control here. Atlan cannot leave his base, right? There's no way that he can without incurring some serious harassment or trouble, right?
And actually realizing that right now and thinking like, you know, I'm gonna go Burgrave Palace and producing some army of my own.
I mean, I'm excited to have the Burgrave out here. Obviously, we get like things in very, very quickly here, including technologies, I do believe, right? Technologies do produce 400% faster as well. So you can really quickly get those in.
Yeah. Villagers already.
Correct me if I'm wrong in this. I think you get them. But no, you don't need to do this. Jessie, no,
One of the knights is gonna go down.
No!
The villagers are just gonna run around the town center right now, just trying to avoid those hits. They're even gonna.
I want to see. Yes, good swing though, really good swing. But
some of the villagers going to the outposts. A lot of idle time, but not really gotta get. Well, 0 villager kills.
Okay, so if like. She had this, right? The villagers were not underneath this outpost. Yeah? If you did not allow them to come back into this outpost, there'd be no gold.
Yeah.
Without any gold, there's no castle age. There's only a castle age in name.
Yeah.
Right? You'd have Burgrave, but you wouldn't have men-at-arms forever.
Yeah, and there will not be upgrades, because you cannot pay for anything. There will not be gold to pay for any of the upgrades for castle.
So your feudal knights can deal with the man-at-arms. Yeah. And if they brought out spearmen, well, that's where we should have had the archery range for, right? And not the outpost.
Yeah, the archer, like the outposts have not been pushed at all. There's a second outpost coming up, which again, like
I mean,
the first one hasn't even been pushed, so there hasn't been any reason to suspect an army coming Jesse's way.
well, she knows that there's a Burgrave on the way now,
that's
and that
true.
she might need to defend because, frankly, she's lost a lot of her knights. I would kill the. Maybe she's baiting out the emergency repairs on the house, and then you can head for the outpost.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the emergency repairs on the house.
Yeah. Okay. So now you go for the outpost.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Nice. Very good.
How many men-at-arms are already out? 3 men-at-arms already out.
And
3 spearmen and 4 in queue.
And obviously, if the heavy maces come in,
They're going in. Jesse decides
see if
to run for it.
if we just had like a few more knights for our French player here, right? This would have been very different. Oh, we have consecrate up.
Oh, 2 even.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that come up maybe on the School of Cavalry.
School of Cavalry and
Town
the
center.
town center are obvious choices here. I think it is the most useful thing about Jeanne, probably. So it's very important that she does use it. She is selecting Jeanne, so
Looking. Is it coming up? Yeah, so it's basically getting a discount on your food.
yeah, 20%. Sorry, 25%. Like on a night, right? 25 on 140 food. Again, you do the math because I can't do it, but I just know that it's a lot.
I mean, 100, that would be 25 already. Because that's 25%.
Right? Like it's a lot of food.
Plus 25% out of 40.
And again, right? If we had held on to our knights and we had made some archers, they wouldn't be back on this gold. There are multiple times here where I think Jesse could have just stopped gold coming in all together, but has failed to do so because, like this outpost, right? We don't need it.
Yeah.
Why are we on the berries even to begin with? Why are we not out on deer? Right?
With that Burgrave up, we see it shifted like instantly from Jesse having a big army to Atlan having 16 men-at-arms, 9
There is.
spearmen.
They're going very, very hard on the military production as well as they should. Would want to see probably heavy maces coming in for Atlan here, right? Because even you're mixing in spearmen with your men-at-arms, right? But if you get the heavy maces, those men-at-arms will still do an extra +6 damage, right?
Ooh, that's a lot of extra damage.
Each of those knights. Only now bringing in archers.
More outposts are
baffling-
coming out as well.
The archers now don't make any sense, right? Because like Atlan can just go full men-at-arms and not really suffer any consequences.
No,
for
you
that.
would need
The
crossbows.
outposts are too much. They're too much, right? Let's take a look. Like 100, 200, 300, 400 food, right? Because they wood. Sorry, yeah. 400 wood. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. 400 wood already. That's being expended here, right? We could have had these 2 archery ranges up already, and with room to spare, right? Like a whole bunch of archers, because they're mostly just wood, right? Could have been produced already, and it could have been produced early.
But
So-
I feel like Jessie is gonna try and push for Castle Age right now herself.
I cannot stress this enough, though, right? That when you are the French
Yes.
or Jeanne,
We.
when we are when we are the French, we don't need that outpost, right?
I
Unless-
meant we as in the French word of yes, of course, not
Yeah.
like we as in you and me and Jessie. The Royal Institute
now,
coming up
there's
right
there's
now.
like there's these 2 outposts here, right? That you just put down, but like
Yeah, Atlan just decided to walk past it because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
he can get those down.
It's nice to look at. It's nice, in about 100 years it will be a remark for tourists to come and see. But right now it doesn't do anything. Ooh, nice heals.
Good heals. Consecrate is consecrate being used? Still not
3 out
being
of
used.
4. And that's so much food that you could have saved.
Like good use to these abilities, really, but Again, like more knights and far more archers could have been out on this field had she used Consecrate, had she not gone for those early outposts, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because like the earlier you use Consecrate, the more effect it's gonna have, right? Because the more you're gonna make from that production building.
Yeah, which is why I just like putting Consecrate on the town center.
Yeah, and
because whatever I'm doing,
just use it
I'm
as
always
fast as
making
possible.
villagers.
Use it as fast as you can, right? Because like then everything you spend with it, you're already gonna like get a discount on.
I'm not sure if I like the Royal Institute here either. So the biggest reason to go Royal Institute over the gosh, what's the other one called again?
Yeah.
The Guild Hall?
Guild Hall, yeah.
Is the Royal Bloodline, so that you can get this in Castle Age instead of in Imperial, right? That's the biggest reason why you want Royal Institute. That's very interesting if you had a whole lot of knights.
Yeah, but there's only 5 knights on the field. That's not a lot of knights.
And it's not a lot of knights. If she had held on
like
to her
20
knight
knights
mass,
maybe, but
yeah, then it's like, it's really good, right? It's really good to pick that up. Does clean up the man-at-arms at the back here, right?
they're
Again,
still somewhere on the map.
I feel
There they are.
I feel like, you know, like I just want to rewind this game, right? And just tell Jessie, no. Start with going onto the deer carcass, the deer camps, because they can't stop you from doing that, right? If they leave their base, if they try and leave their base, right? You run them down with knights. You run down their villagers with knights. You run down any reinforcements with knights, right? You don't need outposts on all of these things.
Jeanne,
She does now, obviously.
Yeah.
But the momentum is with you at the start of the game.
And now the momentum is with Atlan.
It's gonna lose Jeanne here, I do think.
Jeanne pops that healing, but that healing is not gonna be enough.
Yeah, did get the heavy maces in, so no wonder that they're doing so much damage here. It immediately does bring Jeanne back to the field.
She is unstoppable.
Want to see another Holy Wrath come out for her? She is level 3. Oh,
Consecrate
I'm not sure.
is 4 out of 4 now.
4 out of 4. Needs to bring in some of her, probably the footmen.
Oh, there they are. Oh no, that's not what happened. I thought I saw like, oh, one of the consecrates being used. Don't know where it's used on. Oh, on the School of Cavalry.
Yeah, losing a lot of villages here.
Yeah, they're just being surrounded. I'd love to see her use the rest of them as well. Oh yeah, she used one on the archery range.
Needs to retreat these villagers.
I think she might be looking at
She's
the
losing the
right
plot,
now.
I think. Like, she's out of food right now.
And now thinking about putting those consecrates up because
she realizes, oh my god, I need these things
I need
cost food.
Yeah.
My
And I
people
need
want food? No.
Was there something that I could like save food on? Oh yeah, consecrates. I think that might have been.
I did pick up one of the I hope she picked it up in. No.
What? What?
She just picked up Candid Saddles, but she picked it up with the School of Cavalry.
And meaning?
Read this for me.
House research is 30% cheaper here. Oh no, and ignores age requirements. So you get discount.
You get a 30% discount on the Candid Saddles in here as opposed to in here.
That's she just doesn't like discounts. She likes to pay full price.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, maybe. Another really good thing to a really important technology for when people are playing as Jeanne is to pick this one up, companion equipment. So it used to be that Castle Age Jeanne was as like stronger than she is right now. She would have just like more damage, more health, more defense, and because there was such a huge jump in power. Pardon me. Because there was such a huge jump in power, the devs added this little technology in between it, right? So basically, there's 2 stages of her castle age power. One where she's just like this, right? And one where you get the companion equipment here and increase her health and damage by 25%, right? And she gains 1 armor.
And then she becomes even better.
And then she becomes even stronger. So
these reinforcements here look very vulnerable. I'm definitely getting spotted here. Oh, okay. I was like, are they gonna get attacked?
Yeah, Atlan just trickling these in. Let's take a... Oh my god.
That's a farming economy if I've seen one.
Yeah, that's nothing compared to the food situation for
Jesse's on the
Jessie,
berries.
who's
trying
mostly
to
on the
scramble
berries.
by. Just trying to scramble by some food everywhere as he can. Has no farms anywhere, which is kind of logical for Jeanne and for the French. It's like trying to delay getting farms as long as you can, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like Atlan hasn't even really gone in for a lot of walling here, because frankly, Jesse's knights just haven't been there.
Yeah.
Right?
Knights too? You mean the 2 knights?
No, I mean in the sense of like she just hasn't ever built up a proper knight mass.
True,
when she's had 5 knights, she went underneath a whole ring around the rosy underneath the town center, right? And lost a few of them when she really didn't have to. She just needs to hold on to those knights.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, because we're in a castle age, relics are being picked up, and I don't see Jessie stopping this. So 2 relics have been picked up by Atlan already. The 3rd one already now as well. Jessie is focusing on those sacred sites, but does he realize that those relics are being picked up and there's only 2 more on the map?
And those are a lot more gold than whatever Jessie is going to get out of those sacred sites.
She picked one up herself now.
It's
so
a victory, right? There's a victory condition in holding those sacred sites, but we're not going to pretend that it's a serious threat to Atlan here, right? We don't believe that this sacred site down here is going to be held by Jessie the entirety of the game if Atlan had a different mind, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are cases where people just forget about the sacred site, you know?
Right, until you hear those bells, those
ding,
gongs,
ding,
or ding, ding, ding.
Like, oh no.
And then they're like, oh my god, yes, I forgot sacred sites.
Oh no, look at the relic right now on the map. Oh no. Is it when
Atlan, wake up!
Oh, Jessie was coming for it. Jessie was coming. Look at that. Jessie was coming for it.
Still very, very, very far out, though.
But if Atlan wasn't paying attention and stood there just not paying attention.
Let's take a look at that military count here. We have 50 military units versus 16 of Jessie.
Big difference.
And Royal Bloodlines is not yet in, so
I mean, there's 2 knights, so I don't think the Royal Bloodlines should be a priority right
No.
now.
If we had a lot of knights, yes, absolutely. But right now, right, it's just the Arbitratrier. That's what she needs to really pull through here. Do well against the spearmen. They do okay against the spearmen, but especially those men-at-arms. Need to see those heals coming in on that front line, because as soon as that front line's gone...
Spinneroo, and there goes Jeanne. And oh no.
Brings her back immediately.
There's no front line right now. And the back line is running.
Another good Holy Wrath here.
Trying to fight under the town center. But the town center can only give as much coverage.
Needs to just save, Jeanne by putting her in the town center. And kite with these crossbows, right? With the Arbitratrier.
There's still space in the town center to go into.
Well, the Arbitratrier do more damage outside of the town center than in, right? Because they do bonus damage versus those men-at-arms, but otherwise they won't.
I guess the villagers need to run for the town center.
I think this is it, though. I think this is it. All the villagers are dead underneath the on the gold, and her other golds, right? If she wants, are maybe over here, like the ones on the villagers on the berries. She can move those over there. She is still on the gold, actually, but where? Oh, she's back here. I couldn't even see those on the map.
I'm not sure why there is a group of idle villagers next to the woods, but...
These were for the berries.
Ah, okay. And she's probably just assuming that those were in the town center or something, because she probably just saw that those were idle. She probably just assumed those were the ones in the town center.
One of the monks being eaten by the bitey infantry there.
Oof.
But it's not looking good for Jessie. And honestly, at this point, right, your only hope is probably to just sneak in a trade post. Right? And just hope that the Holy Roman Empire does not notice. Right?
Yeah.
Sneak in a trade post, get a lot of gold in that way. But a food economy needs to be up, right? Like it's 25 minutes and there's not a single farm out for Jessie right now.
Yeah, and the food on her side of the map is starting to be depleted. I don't see much. There is a boar.
And
that's about it. I mean,
with all these idle villages here. But I think she's losing the plot here.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be the do or die.
And there are 14 horsemen in queue, right? So even if she brings a whole lot of arbitrary aid to this table, right? The horsemen will have those for dinner.
Oh, yeah. The horsemen or the horses? Which one do you think will have them for dinner?
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Which of the one are going to be the one eating?
I think like, you know, I hate to go over things we've already gone over, but at the same time, repetition is probably what makes it stick for people, right? And it's just it's that early opening, right? It's the outpost when you could have had archers. It's sending in the knights when they did not need to die and they barely got any value going underneath the TC anyway. If
you want to see some more Age of Empires, make sure to subscribe and click on one of these videos or playlists if you want to see more. We will see you there.